Can a smartphone app really measure how you move accurately enough to matter? Before you trust one, it's worth asking what the research actually shows. 5 apps have been put to the test against gold standard motion capture. Here's what they found. First, the state of play. These apps are new, and rigorous validation is surprisingly rare. One review found only 5 qualifying studies. And most apps share 2 traits: they work in 2D, and they need a human to mark up the video by hand. App 1, ViMAS. Researchers measured knee angles during walking and compared them to a 3D system. The errors were small, about 3 and 6 degrees at toe-off and heel strike. Interestingly, camera distance didn't matter, video quality did. Resolution and frame rate were the real limits. But with a single phone, the analysis is strictly 2D. App 2, KinesioCapture, tested on an iPad against VICON during a drop jump. Agreement was solid overall, but not everywhere. It tracked the hip well, with a strong correlation, yet struggled with the knee, especially at initial contact. Again, 2D only, recorded at 30 frames per second. App 3, Coach's Eye, measuring hip, knee, and ankle during treadmill running versus VICON. Mean errors were 3 to 7 degrees, but a bland Altman analysis revealed biases as large as 20. Its edge over the previous app? 60 frames per second, so it captures faster motion more cleanly. Still 2D, though. App 4 is the standout, LGait, built on Apple's ARKit. From a single video, with no markers and no calibration, it reconstructs movement in 3D. Its hip angles during walking nearly matched VICON, and a static pose was off by just 2 degrees. Its weakness, small joints, like the toe and ankle, and flexion more than extension. But 3D from one phone, markerless, is a genuine leap. App 5 takes a different tack entirely. SmartGait has worn a phone on a belt, with a 90-degree lens looking down at markers on the toes. It measures step length, width, and speed against a pressure walkway, with errors under about 6%. The catch: it captures gait timing in distances, not joint angles, and it depends on the toe markers staying visible. So what's the pattern? Most of these apps are 2D and manual. Video quality, resolution, and frame rate repeatedly decides accuracy. True 3D needs either multiple cameras or an approach like ARKit. Markerless tracking is a clear advantage. And across the board, the validation is thin, mostly small case studies. The bottom line: the smartphone is genuinely closing the gap on lab motion capture, especially with ARKit-style 3D. The missing piece is rigorous validation, at scale, before these tools can be trusted for clinical decisions. Which app fits your needs? It depends on what you're measuring. Sources for every study are on screen. Subscribe for more sports science and pose estimation.